Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Hemostemix's channel. We're sitting back here with Thomas, who is back from Monaco, who he apparently had a great time. Thomas, just start us off. Tell us how that went. Just give us some updates.
Sure. Well, Monaco went very well, Michael. We have a number of leads that we're following up with. One, I can give you a quick example of one that I was working today, and the introduction happened in Monaco. The individual I met with on the phone today was sitting in New York. The introducer was calling in from Azerbaijan, and the head office of this biotech investment company happens to be about a mile down the road from where I live. So, we're looking forward to and set up a meeting for a week, in approximately a week, to bring the teams together.
Wonderful. Well, it sounds really exciting. Sounds like you had a lot of quality network done there. And let's talk about your most recent news release here. You guys provided an update on your phase 2 clinical trial, and you talked about your recent AGM. Can you just gloss over the summary of that?
Yes, the clinical trial, we're continuing to clean up the clinical trial. Of course, source document verification is like an audit procedure. Typically, this is done during the trial, and the clinical research associates would go out to a site, do a source document verification, make sure that the database includes all of the information that's on the source documents and that they're in alignment. That was not done in this case. And so we're having to do source document verification from a standing start and recreate essentially the verification process using remote technologies, and so that's taking some extra time. We're also doing database cleanup at the same time, and so that was the update portion of that. And I've committed to keep the market updated with respect to our progress on all fronts in the clinical trial when we have some more material updates. With respect to the AGM, we reported, that the board was reelected by an overwhelming majority, that all resolutions that were put to the shareholders were accepted, and in most instances by 99% of the votes that were cast and tallied. So the company's moving forward quite nicely.
Wonderful. Yeah, it sounds like you guys are going full steam ahead. And Thomas, there's one more thing I wanted to talk to you about. Someone commented, this Roy, he was talking about these other potential lucrative areas the Hemostemix can study. He's talking about like Botox alternatives, making a useful face, reducing or reversing baldness, regrowing teeth, or reducing and reversing arthritis. Can you give us just some insight, kind of help him out and let him know what you guys are focused on and what he could expect to see in the future?
Hemostemix has treated some 500 cases on a compassionate basis for such diseases as heart disease, ischemic cardiomyopathy being one, angina being another, dilated cardiomyopathy, end-stage heart failure. And we've also treated critical limb ischemia and peripheral arterial disease. Of that 500, we have data on 245 patients. And we've completed 4 clinical studies, including this advanced phase 2 clinical trial. The data we have is very persuasive, and I can use the Hungarian example. 20 patients randomized to receive ACP or a placebo, 10 receive ACP, 10 receive a placebo. Of the 10 that received ACP, no deaths, 7 of 10 saved their limb from amputation. Of the placebo group, 2 deaths, 6 of 8 limbs lost to amputation. And that's indicative of the results that we saw in the treatment of compassionate cases. And so the most prudent thing to do is focus on the area where you have data and demonstrate through the phase 1, phase 2, phase 3 clinical trial process that you have a commercial success. And while these are other conditions that may be treatable by stem cells, we have 3 stem cell lines, ACP, NCP, BCP, that should be commercialized in parallel. And
Mhm.
so, NCP is a potential to treat spinal cord injury and post-traumatic stress disorder. BCP is a potential treatment of osteoporosis. And so what you'll see in the development of Hemostemix is the company going to market in parallel, funding clinical trials of each of these stem cell lines on medical indications that have global impact and that will generate, multiple revenue streams. And to give you a sense of a revenue stream, critical limb ischemia, there are 5 million limbs amputated worldwide each year. The treatment of 1 million of those limbs, the saving of 1 million of those limbs is a $25 billion annual reoccurring revenue stream for Hemostemix. So that's what we're focused on. And that's where we have the data.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, Roy. We really appreciate your comment. If you have any more, don't be afraid to drop them in. We love interacting with people, and it's just right now, Hemostemix has its indicators that it's focusing on, and of course, following the science and doing these trials and studies is a very important step whenever you're introducing any sort of new medical technology like this.
Yes, indeed.
All right, Thomas, is there anything else you want to mention before we go?
This is an opportune time to invest in the shares of Hemostemix.
Perfect, Thomas. Well, thank you for coming on, and thank you everybody for watching. Just like Roy, don't be afraid to leave a comment below, and we'll address it as it comes along. Thomas, have a wonderful day.
You too, Michael.